if you don't understand how you got somewhere, it's going to be pretty hard to predict where you're going. And it's going to be pretty hard to predict what might happen if you change what you're doing. So to put that in a more scientific context, if they've evolved to variation in their environment, and they've evolved to whatever that environment is, and every environment is dynamic, every ecosystem has some sort of change that's always going on in it. Nothing is static on this earth. So if you've had hundreds of thousands of years of a certain range of variation that they are adapted to, and then humans come in and change that in a very short amount of time, it's nearly impossible then for the species to adapt to that new set of conditions in the environment because it changed too fast. So if you understand what happened naturally, I think it can give you a real perspective on how fast the environment can change due to whatever humans are doing, and have the species persist, and have the species be able to adapt to whatever the new conditions are. So they can evolve to new conditions as long as there's enough genetic variation, there are enough individuals around. But if you change that environment so quickly that generations can't survive, they can't adapt. So you sort of have to understand the timescales of evolution and be able to look at what's changing through that lens to then be able to predict what might be the consequences for the species. So it might be good, it might be bad. But you'd want to know. And if it's an endangered species, you're trying to avoid having them go extinct because of humans. Pretty hard to figure that out if you don't look at the past.